Everyone, I have major news. We are so close to being back. Over the past couple days, cars have been out on track in Bahrain for the 2025 preseason testing, which of course means we are just weeks away from the season opener in Australia. So to celebrate it ending, I thought, as we wait for Melbourne, let us see who the winners and losers are from the preseason test, and this video could also serve as a part 0 to the 2025 F1 winners and losers as a whole. Now, before anyone wants to say, but it's preseason, nothing during it means anything, and yeah, I'm not denying you, but I got one thing to say to that. Ever thought of just having fun? So yeah, this video will just be inferences on the performance of the cars relative to everyone else, and I'll also compare the times to last year's preseason testing to see who the winners and losers are truly. At the end of the video, I will also list the teams and how I think the performance chart will look for Australia and how it will look at the end of the season, because again, it's called having fun. So yeah, I got nothing else to talk about, which means join the Discord where you can react to these races live with the community, and subscribe if you're new or you're just not cool. So enough yapping, and let us see who the winners and losers are from the preseason test. But if you are familiar with my winners and losers, then you would know I do a recap of the weekend, so let us begin. Now, in typical F1 fashion, these bitches couldn't stay peaceful for 5 minutes, since there was already drama between the FI director MBS and literally everyone else. It really seems that MBS is just a prick, like quite literally, because for no reason whatsoever, he goes on main and says that drivers across all FI motorsports are not allowed to swear on TV anymore. Okay, you might say that's kinda understandable, but here's the thing, if you do swear, you get fined a load of money for it, and this is what people are up in arms about. In fact, it already happened. In the WRC, which is rally driving, a driver by the name of Adrian French last name was fined 50k euros for swearing. 50k, dog. This led to the Drivers Association being like, cut that out, man, it's dumb. And quite frankly, it is dumb. This isn't 1984. If a driver needs to use language to get their thoughts out, let them, dude. Motorsports is extremely stressful, and it's no wonder these drivers have big potty mouths. Anyways, actually back to F1. Wednesday comes around and cars go on track to the delight of all of us. Cars were out, drivers were out, our dicks were out, and it was all happy times until the power strangely cut out, which led to George Russell saying, oh shit, the lights are out. Come on, man, you just saw what happened to Adrian last name. Anyways, that stuff was resolved and cars were again out on track, and I mean, they're driving all right. I don't know, man, what were you expecting? Racing, crashes, spins? Oh wait, and let's not be too harsh. It's his first season and pressure is to be expected. I mean, what, is his teammate someone like Max Verstappen? Oh wait, anyways, aside from him, ironically enough, another Red Bull guy spun, this time Isaac Hadjar, but he has more of a benefit of the doubt, I'd say. So with that, day 1 ended, and I wonder who's first.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, but it's preseason, who the hell knows? Anyways, Red Bull looked pretty quick again, or at least quicker, so let's hope for entertainment's sakes they are front runners again. Mercedes look like Mercedes, and before you ask about Ferrari, I have an announcement to make. I am now legally deaf and legally blind, but only when exposed to the color red or when the word Ferrari is said. So anything related to them, I'm sorry, I simply don't know what to tell y'all. Day 2 time, and it was more interesting, thankfully. Cars would be out again, obviously, but with a twist.
Here's Ollie Williams with the Blackie weather forecast. Ollie?
It's gonna rain!
Thanks, Ollie.
Well, I guess Bahrain does that now, and this caught some drivers off guard. For starters, everyone was going wide and some were spinning around like this one guy who apparently did it. Again, I don't know, my disability, apologies everyone. Drivers were also experimenting with the limits of their ability, specifically Kimi Antonelli. This guy has a point to prove, and it shows. I get it's testing, but my guy, take it easy. And as if things couldn't be any more weirder, we have our very first crash of the season, everyone. Round of applause, guys, this is great. So Pastry is coming through and Hulkenberg sees and goes wide, but Pastry still hits him anyways, which leads to Pastry being mad about it. For what? I don't know, but it's our first one, so let us appreciate the moment. But yeah, the morning session would be topped by Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari, and yes, my disability is now cured, and the overall session would see Carlos Sainz fastest this time. Personally, I have seen enough. Sainz world champion for 2025. Anyways, day 3 time, and it would be more of the same, and now I'm looking at the video runtime, which says I have been talking for a while, so I don't know, insert session times. Alrighty, losers time, and I want to start by saying again, this is not meant to be taken definitively, or for that matter, seriously, since none of this matters now, does it? Also, due to the nature of the test, there may not even be 5 losers or winners, or perhaps there may be even more, who knows, but it's still fun to speculate. So I start with Haas, and I understand they were on different run plans, but again, speculation. We have no clue where these guys are at, but judging by initial improvements their rivals from last year made, it's certainly not all too optimistic from my side, but hopefully I am proven wrong. Next, I have Aston Martin, and this is not surprising to anyone. Even the commentators agree, since Crofty and the other guy were straight up saying Stroll is holding the team back. In prior years, the commentators were like being vague about it, saying things like maybe or not really, but this year, nah, they were saying he is holding them back. And are they wrong? No, Stroll is a disease. Last year he was he who should not be named. This year he's the Strollonic plague. Next, I have Nico Hulkenberg, and chat, before you lash out on me, hear me out. Hassenberg was quick and comfortably a top tier driver, but I don't know, man. Something about Sauberberg is kind of making me feel pessimistic. Maybe it's the unfortunate incident with Pastry, but I don't know. He just looks slow and uncomfy right now, which is only bolstered by Bortoletto seeming to be faster right now. So we will have to see as the season goes on. Next is I don't know, man. It's preseason, so I guess only 3 losers. Now for the winners, and I start with Sauber. Genuinely, congratulations. Now again, preseason diff. However, surely they made good progress. They look to be on average, from my unqualified eye, 1.5 seconds faster than last year. To be honest, even if they were like 0.2 faster, hey, at least it's progress and they aren't regressing. So good job, Sauber. Hopefully you can score points and not rip my audience out of $10K this time. Next, I have Alpine for the same general reasons as Sauber, since this time last year they were said to be dog shit and were, but this year they look alright. They seem to be following the steps of the 2024 car at the end of the season, which in the hands of Gasly was lethal. So 2025 could be pretty nice for the French team, for better or worse. Next, I have Mercedes, but more specifically, Antonelli. Mercedes in general looks somewhat better since, I mean, at least they're smiling now, but I want to highlight Antonelli since he already seems comfortable. Now, what is comfortable about locking up, you say? Well, it means he is increasing his knowledge on the limit of the car, and once he does find that optimal limit, he will be absolutely deadly. The fact he hasn't crashed yet and looks to be on par with George should be a very nice indication of his season. Next, I have Williams for the sole fact that they actually have 2 drivers now. Sargent was already spinning this time last year, so the fact that the Williams boys are staying on track and setting good times that indicate their car is better than last year is very nice. So let us see their progress this year. I'm out of winners and losers, so now moving into the bonus category, I have the I didn't put them winner or loser because category. I didn't put Red Bull winner or loser because they do look slower than 2024, however, they are still competitive. I didn't put McLaren because they look exactly where we expect them to. I didn't put RB because I simply don't care, and I didn't put Ferrari because unfortunately, my disability has come back and now I am severely ill again. Sorry. We are not done yet, my friend. We have my prediction on the performance chart for Australia and how I think it will look come season end. For each team, I'll give a brief 1 to 2 sentence explanation, so let us begin. For the performance chart in Australia, I have Sauber in 10th because, I mean, obviously. For 9th, I have RB because we don't know something yet and I feel like they'll be mid, but boy will they still serve. For 8th, I have Williams, and marginal improvements is the key takeaway, so congrats, I guess. For 7th, I have Haas because I am delusional and they will do good. 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 6th, I have Aston Martin because of the Strollonic plague. For 5th, I have Alpine, which, you know, if this comes true, good for them. However, they are still French, so something will inevitably happen with them again. 4th, I have Mercedes, but they will be better than last year. They will be competitive, but 4th regardless due to the other 2 simply being better. And yes, I meant the other 2 since Red Bull is 3rd, and it's the same reasons as Merc. The other 2 are just simply better. For the first of these 2 I speak of, I have McLaren here because they suck, and Ferrari first because they rule. Now, in all seriousness, Ferrari second because if I'm being honest, I'm not seeing the meaningful progress I had hoped to see, which obviously places McLaren first on the performance chart since they actually look to have made very meaningful progress. And by season's end, I don't see much changing except for RB becoming slightly better along with Sauber, Aston Martin falling to 7th and Haas up to 6th, and Ferrari catching up to McLaren by Monaco. You heard it here first. So yeah, that was my winners and losers from preseason and a bit of yap with it. I am so hyped for this season, and biases aside, this season should be a spectacle to watch regardless of Ferrari. I just want to eat, man. Please be good. Anyways, I want to give a quick thanks to all members of the flock for their continued support, and if you want cool benefits like early access to most videos, make sure to join us since it also really helps me out. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe for better content, and make sure to let me know your winners and losers from preseason. And as always, have an amazing day.
Good weather for the duck.